hello, everybody. Hello, Noah, and Cthulhu, and Antonio, and Saxy, and Midnight Fox, and Bright Star. Hello. Yes, I am a counselor IRL. My job is I am a substance abuse and mental health counselor. I'm currently working in the rehab setting, but prior to this, I was working in an outpatient setting. SCP, hello! Happy April 1st! Octahedron, hi! And Kana, hello! April! Okay. I didn't really plan anything crazy for April Fools this year. Last year we did Arson ASMR, but I've been really sick and haven't been able to record anything. So I was like, what's something silly I could stream? And we came up with Vampire Therapist. It's not super April Foolsy, but I do think it's a bit silly given the fact that I am a counselor and also the fact that I love monster girls. I love vampires. This was suggested, I think, by Saxy, ? Yeah, there's a couples counseling TLC. But because I've been playing Vampire the Masquerade and I talk about how much I love vampires, I love monster girls, I love all the things. This is like the perfect game for me. This is like all of my interests in one. Yeah, okay, it was you. So just real quick, I don't know too much about this game. I did look at it a little bit on the Steam page, and it seems like it primarily relies on CBT concepts. CBT stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. It does not stand for anything else. And so just real quick, I thought I'd give like a mini lecture on cognitive behavioral therapy, just so you guys understand the concepts. Though, I mean, I think they're pretty easy to understand. So when we talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, its core concept is that it explores the interaction between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So this is something we call the CBT triangle. Closed beta test. Oh, why is this lagging? No! Clip Studio, please! I'm trying to be an educator! Okay, here we go. I'm using my mouse. So this is the CBT triangle. So we have our thoughts. We have our feelings. Ooh, look at this penmanship. We have our feelings. And we have our behaviors. And they are all linked in a cycle. So your thoughts influence your feelings influence your behaviors, and so on and so forth. Hello, BotCon! Hello. So, transform! Oh, I thought my sweater would be cozy therapist vibes. Okay, I guess we're gonna be a magical girl therapist today. But so if you are having negative thoughts, you're probably going to feel pretty badly, and if you're feeling badly, you're more likely to engage in maladaptive behaviors. If you're engaging in maladaptive behaviors, you're probably having negative thoughts, and so forth. It goes on in a cycle, and now we're untransforming. SCP, thank you so much for the 12-month sub. You get a crown. Your bow gets a crown. Thank you. So in CBT, the thought is breaking the cycle. So specifically focusing on thoughts. That is the cognitive aspect. And I think what this game really focuses on are cognitive distortions, which are unhealthy or unhelpful patterns of thinking. So some common cognitive distortions would be things like disqualifying the positive. So kind of like diminishing positive aspects in your life. Like say you graduate from school and you're like, oh, that's nothing special. Everybody does that. Or like really diminishing your achievements. Might lead you to feel worse about yourself because you're not praising yourself when appropriate. There's things like mind reading, so kind of making assumptions of what other people are thinking, like, oh, she didn't talk to me today, she must hate me. That's also jumping to conclusions. They are tied to each other. A really common one that I see, especially in addiction treatment, is all or nothing thinking. So it's like things are either 0 or 100. If they don't go exactly the way you want it, then everything sucks and it was for nothing and I might as well just use. Like we call it the fuckets. The very therapeutic terminology of the fuckets. If things don't go exactly how you want it, then it was all for nothing. That's a very big one. Should statements. Oh, well, this should be like that, or I should be doing this. Well, there is no should. There's no guarantees in life. Nothing is absolute. So it's stuff like that. Basically, these ways of thinking that we have developed that are unhelpful. They contribute to a cycle of suffering. So we're gonna break that cycle. We're gonna break it in half. So that way we feel better. I feel like CBT gets kind of a bad reputation these days, but I think if done properly and appropriately, it can be really beneficial. Whenever I'm running CBT groups at work, I always try to highlight that, like, it's not for everything, especially if you have a history of trauma, because sometimes, you know, your, like, negative thinking is grounded in some reality if you've had really traumatic events happen to you. And so kind of talking yourself through it in the ways that we are probably going to learn about in this game are not necessarily helpful because there is some truth to your negative experience. And that's when we get into, like, trauma-informed CBT. Shaxi, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you. Though, honestly, I think if you're providing any kind of therapy or counseling, it should always be trauma-informed. You should always be doing trauma-informed care. I think most places it's, like, required training, because trauma's everywhere. So, anyway, that's just, like, the really basic CBT overview. I'm sure I will go on other tangents as we play this game. My preferred therapeutic modalities, which nobody asked for, are DBT and somatic therapy. So DBT is dialectical behavior therapy, which focuses on dialectics. So two things existing at the same time, the balance between two things, two conflicting realities, two conflicting ideologies, finding kind of the middle path between the two. DBT is like an evolved form of CBT. It's like next generation CBT. It's one of my favorites to use. And then somatic therapy is very grounding, very much grounded into the senses, sensory experiences, safety seeking. I always say my office at work is very somatic. I have a lot of things to engage the senses. I have a lot of soft things. I have nice smelly things. I have very visually interesting artwork. I have these mints that are really sharp tasting. So DBT and somatic therapy are probably the two that I incorporate the most. And not sharks, sharp. Also, hi Andrew. Hello. And just the last thing that I will say in my little, like, beginner tangent is DBT is like its own, it's a whole thing. So I'm not actually doing DBT. I would just say it's like DBT informed. Because in order for something to classify as DBT, there's like a whole list of things that you have to be doing, which is just not feasible unless you are in like a DBT facility. Like there's specific skills groups that happen, you know, the way your team is structured, all this stuff. I think one day I would love to work in like a DBT oriented facility because it is like the #1 modality for high risk behavior, which is my favorite clientele to work with. Most counselors / therapists I know struggle with high risk clients. Like if someone has borderline personality disorder, that is often diagnoses that a lot of people don't like working with just because it's so difficult. But I actually really like it. I really like working with it. And so I'd like to work in a DBT facility because that's really good for things like borderline, addiction, eating disorders, suicidality, self-harm, all of these like really intense experiences. Skip history with your clients. It's literally just, it's impressionism. I have a lot of impressionist artwork on my walls, specifically Van Gogh and Monet, because there's a lot that's, like I said, visually interesting. Like there's a lot of things that you can point out and see in impressionist artwork. I am very passionate about it. I'm also very passionate about art history. I could go on a tangent about impressionism, but we're not doing that today. Not a sharp mints. S-H-A-R-P. It's literally just the Lifesaver Winter Fresh. They like make your mouth tingle. That's all. I've run like grounding groups where I give everybody a mint and I'm like, describe what it feels like in your mouth, describe the taste. Oh, that's such a fun group to run because people either get into it or they get really confused. I remember one of the last times I ran it, I asked them to like name things that were like, count how many red things were in the room. And the point wasn't really to get a number. It doesn't matter how many red things are in the room. It's just the idea of focusing in on your senses of what's directly in front of you, like in the present moment. So I don't care what number they say, but I remember there was an apple specifically on top of one of the lockers. And so then I was like, okay, I want you to now pick one of those red items and I want you to describe it to me. I want you to tell me what it looks like. And I remember someone picked the apple and they're like, it's an apple. And I'm like, well, what's an apple? I was like, explain an apple to me as if I have never seen an apple. Treat me like someone who has never seen an apple before and try to describe it to me and get more and more specific. Like I keep being like, well, what's that? Explain that. You said a stem. What's a stem? Explain what a stem is. Because it gets you so focused on like the tasks that you can't really be in your head, you know? Like it's fun. Like for me, a grounding thing that I do sometimes is I'll just say my ABCs. If I find myself starting to get really elevated and stressed out, I'll just take a second and go through the alphabet, just to get out of my head, to bring me back to the present. That was a fun group. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about cognitive behavioral therapy and vampires. So let me put my little CBT triangle away. Well, it's not even about that. It's just about getting out of your head and grounding yourself in the present. So it's not about, assuming other people's experiences. It's just, I want you to focus in on this very specific task, to get out of your head and to be in the present. So that's why I asked them to be really specific when we're doing that task. The other day I did it with a stuffed penguin in my office. I was like, I've never seen a penguin before. What's a penguin? And they're like, it's got flippers. What's flippers? I love playing dumb. Especially because that's one of my catchphrases in counseling a lot of times is be specific. In like the substance abuse world, a lot of the times, and I think this is like an AANA thing, which is, if you don't know, Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. But they always are like, change your people, your places, and your things. Which is basically saying, changing, your environment, the people you're using with, triggers, things like that. And so when we ask for triggers, when people come in, a lot of times people who've been in treatment before or who have been really like involved in the AANA community, I just hit my keyboard, I apologize. They'll list their triggers as people, places, and things. And I hate that answer. I hate it. I always tell people, you gotta be more specific. What people, what places, what things. We can't do relapse prevention planning if you aren't specific with me, because how do you plan for people? People are everywhere. What people? Are you gonna be triggered by the person doing your groceries at the checkout? Or are you triggered by, your neighbor that you bought from? Those are very different situations. So I always yell at people to be more specific. Anyway. All right, I was just catching up on chat. All right, let's therapize some vampires. Let's therapize some vampires and see where this takes us. Is it unethical if I flirt with my vampire clients? Is it unethical if I ask for them to bite my jugular? Speaking of biting jugulars, actually, I had to do training today for like de-escalation. So like if clients, you know, attack me, and the one was if they bite you, which was pretty self-explanatory, I think. Because one of my immediate reactions was, oh, I'd probably like plug their nose or something. And that was part of it. One is like, so like the instinct is to pull away. So resist the instinct to pull away. You actually want to get closer and then like push up their nose. It's like with a dog. Like that's was my thought, is like as a kid, if my dog had something in her mouth she wasn't supposed to, you would cover her nose because then they have to open their mouth to breathe. Anyway, new game. Vampire Therapist. Vampire Therapist explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and of course death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. We recommend that readers with a history of trauma related to any of these topics approach this game with caution. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Strong language is also present. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but it should not be considered a substitute for therapy. Unless you're a vampire. Transform again! Oh! Magical girl! And also, it goes without saying, anytime I talk about work and stuff, I'm not providing any untransform. Oh my god, you guys are fighting. I'm not providing any actual counseling. I'm just kind of yapping.
My name is Sam Walls.
Sam Walls.
And I'm a dead man.
I'm a dead man.
Well, kind of dead at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather,
but you should wear skin-tight leather.
Sport,
sorry, I'm already doing it.
That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky though. I met some kind mortals.
I can always refund you guys.
Taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace.
And yeah, I'm not a therapist. That's an important distinction. Therapists and counselors do very similar work. I consider myself like a baby version of a therapist because I need more education and licensure before I can be a therapist.
That make us monsters. It's the
but I am planning on getting my certification. My certified drug and alcohol counseling thing
my old
at the end of the year.
Gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted
you have
to
to
help
work
them
for
see
2
the
years
world like
before
I
you can
did.
take the
But
test.
they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw. But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
Old as
shit. He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers. I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good.
The transatlantic idol.
And now it's time to give back. Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least they don't have to be. And come hell or high water,
what if I want them to be?
I'm gonna prove it to them.
That's so funny. I'm so excited. I wanna be a cowboy, baby. 2024.
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27.
That's
Clean Flitter Mouse.
It's very German,
Stream.
I think. Kleinfletter Maschstraub. Apologies to all the Germans. Again, assuming that's even German, I don't know.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here.
I mean, immer Nacht. That's always night. Context clues. Cecilia immer green. Evergreen. Nacht is night. So immer Nacht. Ever night. Always night. Littlefield Mouse Street. That's adorable. Oh, Eternal Night.
Wait
Same
a
thing.
minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
You're a vampire too.
Guten Abend, folks.
Guten Abend.
Can see English?
Oh my lord, Sam, you're gonna get got. Oh, hello!
Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
I'm here to party with the woman on your shoulder. Oh my goodness. I'm here to party.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night
And get sexy. Oh.
Oh, you're them kind of vampire.
That's my kind of vampire.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
I am now appalled. Alright, Sam, which way do you swing?
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it.
Why are you pulsing red?
It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we
Oh my god, is this, like I said, are we being introduced?
Well, let's see. One
my
type
God.
of thinking I noticed I called Hot Brandon.
Hot Brandon?
That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of. There's High Noon Mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
Oh my goodness.
And there's Saloon Thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of
How am I
lotion.
going to remember this? Why do you have to give it silly names?
I can always check my journal if I need
Okay.
examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there. I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though.
Do I?
Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Imenacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Only place to be on Friday night. Private property. Do not read. Reward if found. Cowboy bloodsucker at vmail.com. Okay, wait. Yeah, cognitive distortions! I found this old notebook and figured I'd take it with me to Europe. I figure it'll help me organize my thoughts. I'll separate it into sections so I can jump to them right quick. That way, when I need to get to a particular section of my notes, all I gotta do is hop over to that section. Easy as falling off a horse. And falling off a horse is real easy. So the funny ways we think. I realize we vampires can think in funny ways sometimes, like reality's right in front of us, and we just can't see it. Heck, pretty sure it's all humans who do that, not just vampires. We do think funny thinking in particular ways, so I figured I'd write them down so I don't forget them. I'll include examples so I remember how they work. High noon mind. Sometimes things can see, yeah, this is black and white thinking. Win or lose, famine or feast, live or die. So black or white, all or nothing. Everything's a big showdown. It can feel like we've got only two options. Win in the day or ending up with a stake in the heart. That's high noon mind. I feel like I just gotta be reading this in a really bad southern accent. It's thinking in extremes and ignoring all the in-between. We stress ourselves out when stakes are high. If I can't get the best saddle, my butt's gonna break, ain't no doubt. Either I show up ready to win the rodeo, or I'd better just not show up. The fate of the Wild West is hanging on this gunfight. I'm not gonna do that the whole time. A lot of us bloodsuckers have a habit either of feeling responsibility or soul control, or feeling completely hopeless. Thing is, usually neither is true. Feeling hopeless don't mean we're powerless, and feeling untouchable don't mean we're invincible. That's saloon thinking either way. Our real capabilities are somewhere in between. My dark powers, vampires, shall dominate the mortal world. If a mortal discovers our secret, it's entirely my responsibility to deal with it. I can't deal with the bureaucracy of international travel with my coffin. I'm stuck in the USA forever. Hot branding. We vampires call ourselves awful names. I'm a failure. I'm unlikable. It's like burning ourselves with a big old branding iron. Every time we look at ourselves, we'll keep seeing those names. Hot Brandon is just calling ourselves names that do no good. I missed that shot of such a butterfingers. Crying over a horse who's sappy as hell. That fella doesn't like wearing leather. He's only a vampire wannabe. LARPing being a vampire. When I start getting therapy clients, I'll put my notes about them here. I'll update after every session. I figure I can see how they're doing over time. That is, if Andromachus decides I'm ready for this whole therapist business. Crossing my fingers. Oh, and I have a journal too. I keep all my notes in a little notepad, but then once I put the note into the computer, I shred it. March 14th. It's been about a week since I boarded the Monster of the Seas cruise ship, and I gotta say, I feel finer than frog hair. People here are eating and screwing like there's no tomorrow, on account of the fact that we're in the middle of the ocean. I've drank from more necks in the last week than I can count. Since the ship's open all night, I rode a water slide for the first time in my unlife. People were laughing at me for saying yeehaw! But what else do you say to an experience like that? Landed in Rotterdam the other day. In Amsterdam now, arranging transportation for my coffin. Did some vampire sightseeing. Apparently this place has been accepting of heathens like us for a long time. I went to a vampire coffee shop. They funnel in the stoners from upstairs to a secret club, and everyone has themselves a grand old time. Gave me the munchies, something fierce. I'd go for some blood chips. Extra sodium if you please. Writing from Berlin today, I had to Leipzig tomorrow night, but figured I should check things out here. They got a club here where people are up all night doing all kinds of kinky stuff. I'm pushing a quarter of a millennium in years, but these folk could give me some lessons, and did. Met some fine folk too. Apparently they've got a nice art scene here. There's even local funding for video game development. Ain't this some kind of world? I can't believe people are still playing Star Invaders and whatnot. I like it here. I don't even have to speak German. Alright, what are the real terms for these? I mean, so again, I think this is all or nothing. The High Noon Mines, where, yeah, it's thinking in extremes. Saloon thinking. I don't know. Cause this also feels like all or nothing to me. If you're feeling responsibility or self-control or feeling completely hopeless? I mean, maybe like overgeneralization. But that doesn't seem right to me, so I'm not sure. And then, I don't know. Emotional reasoning? They may not all... I don't know. Let me see. I'll have to see them in action. So the only place to be on a Friday night would be High Noon Mines.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this
Yay, I did it right!
It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
This is how we're gonna decide if I need to quit my job.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like
Sexy.
the sexy American talks.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
I wonder if they're in the couples DLC.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
Andromachos.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in
Murder
and
King.
who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Maybe I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me,
Oh,
friend.
hello.
I hear you're the man to talk to around these parts.
I'm so American it hurts. Rah, 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 rah.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Have fun, mate.
Have fun.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Are you here?
Cowboy, what about us?
Oh yeah, let my friends in. Why did you I'm already untransformed. You can't redeem it again. Oh, you did it so that way the cooldown. Oh, you're so smart. This is like 5D chess that you're playing over here. Bring them joy. Why would I dash their hopes?
Yeah, sure. They're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
Dang, awful loud in here.
Come on, my liver, dance with us.
Well, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later.
Unfortunately, I got a job to do.
Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this.
What? It's fine in here. You're a hater.
I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is. But pardon me, ma'am.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Well,
Oh, hello.
we get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s.
You're not German.
What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
I don't drink.
I never drink Red Bull.
I don't drink alcohol.
I'm actually looking for the owner.
I know he's
Is
just
he
a
around
cowboy.
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Yours.
tonight? Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
That's hot branding.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence.
I
not
see a
just slot
baddie.
machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are. Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're
I have a
ready for
mighty
those.
need for her.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some goths, honey. They're here to dance and have
They're not vampires.
So all these people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood?
Oh.
They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience.
I get it though. I get it though. If I was promised a hot vampire to suck on my neck, I won't finish the sentence.
He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
Bert?
Bert?
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
Oh, like the bouncer? Yeah. Rawr.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
I'm looking for a job. I need some 9-to-5 employment.
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
The mails.
Yes.
Oh,
I know
hello.
who you are, Samuel Walls. You
Whoa.
have come here because you believe you can
Help
our
our
king.
kin.
The question is, are you first able
Oh,
to
that is a
help
great
yourself?
question. That is a great question. Self-care is so important in this field, and something that I lack. Something that I lack. I can help myself.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson.
Yeah, we always need help, though, so I feel like maybe that wasn't the best answer, because everybody should always be in the pursuit of growth.
We all need help.
Yeah!
I am pleased that you have come to
We
receive
all
mine.
need help. That's so true.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless. Please, sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Avellian! Hello, hello! We're just beginning the therapy.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my
therapy!
aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased
That's
to share
the
some
benefit
it
of
with
being
you.
undead, I
Our kind
suppose.
can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts
Walking
out better.
is great.
After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Sam is the founder of cognitive behavioral therapy.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try though.
Probably because you use freaking cowboy language.
See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired. or
Hungry,
something.
angry, lonely, tired. Sorry.
And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods. Mortal psychology.
Cognitive distortions.
They are called cognitive distortions.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
How about some high noon minds?
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do or die.
Yeah, all or
absolutes.
nothing
High
thinking,
noon mind, I
partner.
call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder. But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marcus was
A bedroom name. Hello.
You mean you and the emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
You can't say that word. Am I streaming the right game? Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Sam. This is the first meeting. You're being very forward. I hope we only shake hands and not other body parts.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mind. I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought
polarized thinking.
But I like to call it Nosferatu.
Okay, so now we are going from cowboy terminology to vampire terminology.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and
Black
white.
and white. That's yeah.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure.
Life is a
Truth
spectrum.
is far more complex and colorful. Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Well, yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them. If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Is that Nosferatu thinking?
No, Samuel. In this case, I am not arguing with
Oh,
you.
listen. I don't know vampire lore.
We die. This
That's
is
why
exactly
I was confused for a second, because I was like, well, will you die? I'm not a vampire.
Let us continue. Death eventually comes for us all.
Wait, but death. Yet you're undead.
Mortals will always fear our kind. Did you miss my Nosferatu thing? If I do not drink death, mortals will...
That's Nosferatu thinking right
Yeah.
there. I've met mortals
Okay.
who knew who I was
Let's
and weren't
think-
scared.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not.
That would be an overgeneralization. In my humble opinion.
Always is such a terminal word, is it not? Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Yeah, here's
See,
hot
I
branding.
used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term,
Labeling.
however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them
Self-fulfilling
accurate,
prophecy.
we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill. For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world.
But you don't
I
always
was
have
an
to be a killer.
unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had.
I feel like this, I was just having this conversation kind of on a different line of thinking, but like making assumptions about other people and labeling other people can limit your opportunities. It can close you off from potentially positive experiences when you jump to making assumptions about people.
See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements. I am so old, I am ancient.
I mean, again, let's just listen to all of them first.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
See, I mean...
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
See, I feel like context matters, because yeah, it sounds like you are a mass murderer, and that's just the fact. But are you reducing your entire identity? Are you casting shame and judgment upon yourself? I think that's the difference. There's nothing wrong with just stating a fact. So,
excellent.
I don't know.
You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
If you say I'm just a mass murderer, that would be unhelpful, I guess.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
You can be an artist electrician. You can be both. You can be whatever you want to be.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Saloon thinking.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the
patron
power
of the
that comes
arts
with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush.
Even if you don't live forever, there's no rush. You can always go back to school.
What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of
control. Freak! Hello, look on in.
Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described
control fallacy. Okay.
Rarely do we have
That's a new one for
power
me.
over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. And maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Learned helplessness.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
You're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromeda.
The only thing we have control over are ourselves. We can't control other people. We can't control the things that happen. We can only control how we react to them.
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative.
Yeah, they are endless loops. Let me bring my triangle back. You know, it's about breaking that cycle of suffering and, you know, at times self-pity. It just goes round and round and round. Like, oh, I'll never amount to anything. I feel terrible. I'm not, you know, doing the things that would, like, I'm doing my maladaptive behaviors instead of the things that would actually make me feel better. Oh, things are never gonna get better. I'm depressed. I'm not putting myself out there. Oh, I'm a failure. Blah, 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 blah. You know, like, it all feeds into each other. And that's why, you know, if we can kind of start with our thoughts, we might be able to change how we feel about our situation and maybe start enacting some change.
Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one. The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it. My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever. I shall never feel the warm sun upon my skin again. You didn't catch my control fallacy.
I just wanted to see all the
Let's try
options.
once more.
Ah, Garen Gimbal, hello.
The sun will eventually burn out.
Well, that sounds like one of them control fallacies. With all eternity, heck, I think you could do something to save the sun.
I applaud your
Yeah,
optimism and
I don't
ambition,
know.
Samuel. But my kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
But this also don't feel like one to me.
I'm sorry
I don't
about
know.
your sweet kitty, but you can always pick up a new one. Or there's
Like
lots
that
of
to
them
me
just
was
waiting
the
for a loving home, so you don't
Nosferatu
need to be
thinking.
lonely.
See, so many of them are the same. So many of them are similar. Because again, the like I will always be lonely. That always is the key word there. So that to me was kind of that all or nothing thinking, the black and white thinking of, oh, I will never find another companion again.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from
I wonder what would have
experience.
happened if I had
I
clicked
felt this way
Nosferatu
once
thinking
when
in
a
that
pharaoh I was
situation.
dating had
If he
our
would have
cat
given like a
mollified.
tutorial of, oh, some of these can have overlap. Or maybe it would have just said that I was wrong. And maybe I am wrong. I gotta quit my job.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all along
Turning in my
by adopting
keys
a new friend
tomorrow.
in need of a home.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
That was it.
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me.
Took me 4 years of
Just a
schooling.
dope stumbling his way through one life.
My mic squeaking.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Labeling.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves. As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges.
Yeah, you know, I just murdered an entire civilization, but I can still improve myself.
One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Huh. I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Control.
That there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel.
Never
Let me try
never
again.
considered the thought of toilet training vampires.
I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Is that really labeling
Well, that's
though?
definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to
Again,
get over.
like, I don't know.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. It was most
Like they're
expected.
labels.
Let me try another.
But so one of the things with cognitive distortions, like we all do them. It's only becomes a problem when like with anything, you know how like anxiety Like, anxiety is a normal response to certain situations, and it only becomes disordered when it is chronic and, like, interfering with your ability to, you know, function, when it is starting to interfere with your life. I think it's the same with some of this, because there's nothing wrong with a label, as long as you're not allowing that label to define you, is the difference here. And anyway, I don't know.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase,
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway. Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you,
I'm getting
but
so many
also
achievements.
impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Anything. I'm here to learn.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without the commitment to your own
The call out. Guys, I need to go back to therapy.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
It's important. It's important when you're in this line of work. The burnout rate is so high. And even if you are okay mentally, sometimes you just need another therapist or counselor or whatever to process the emotional load of your work. Like, what do they call it? I can't think of the phrase right now. It's not, I want to say reciprocal trauma, but that's not what it is. But if you're if you're working in populations or caseloads with high trauma, it can start to affect you. I can't think what the word for that is right now. But sometimes you just need to be able to talk about that stuff. Just other therapists. It's a nice big circle of all of the mental health professionals need to be seeking treatment from other mental health professionals to keep each other stable.
Samuel, we all need therapy.
We do all need therapy. I
You have
agree.
been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this, old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance. Drink your fill. We will begin
Oh,
tomorrow.
hydrate. Thank you. I will drink my fill.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
All right, then, Andromachos.
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 Hey, Andromachos.
Oh, this is so American of him. Butchering someone's name like this.
Just call me Andy.
Oh, no, you don't have to dumb down your name for me.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
I'm a filthy American.
Dang, look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty, but there ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on a dance floor.
Please, please, please let me feast off of a hot woman.
Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
Yes, the bartender. Yes, the bartender. Hello.
Isn't Clint Eastwood again? How'd it go, cowboy?
It went really well.
Seems I'll be sticking
I'm
around.
gonna be a
Guess I better get used to
vampire
things around here.
therapist.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Hi.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
She's buff. She's got like a side shave. She's got like this cool earring thing going on. She's got a really cool choker. She's got a lot of leather and straps.
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
Oh, wait.
No shit. How's
Wait.
a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
Oh, I'm getting cocked before it's even started.
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar, found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Dang. Must have been a sight.
No.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain.
I'm gorgeous too.
We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
What about a cute magical girl?
But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
I don't call them kids.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Reinhard, look.
Okay,
It's a sexy
well,
old guy
if I can
again.
have her blood, I guess I'll accept it.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you will definitely get lucky.
Okay, I don't want you though. 1 second, my aunt texted me, and I need to double check what she's saying. She's taking me to work tomorrow, so I have to reply to her. I know, I want the buff vampire woman, but like I'll take this woman as a backup. Auntie Lovely collab stream win. She's technically not even my aunt. She was just my mom's best friend. So our families are really close.
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
Well, speak for yourself.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet.
But also, you're not
Buy us a drink and you will
vampires.
discover
Like, I'm not.
great satisfaction by uns.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you just say? By uns. Tell them they can support themselves. But I guess alcohol bad.
I ain't buying you a drink. This stuff's terrible for you.
Are you making a joke? We are at a bar.
It's okay. He's just trying to be protective. Aren't you, Opa?
Opa?
You know, I think the drinks here ain't strong enough for you two. Look, kids, you seem like nice enough folks, but I wasn't planning on buying drinks tonight.
That sounds like it's like grandpa or something. Did I just get called old? Am I unk?
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder.
I guess she did call them kids. They're young.
They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Dang, really? Ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Because they pay with their blood.
Call it a drink exchange.
Yeah.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create
Like,
a safe
sorry, I'm
environment
just-
here.
I'm not laughing at the concept of consent. I'm laughing at the concept of world building consent in to make sure that everybody understands that this is a non-problematic exchange. Oh, I didn't even see the untransform request. You guys are fighting back and forth.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
On stream?
Wait, kink room?
Guys, what did I sign myself up for? What is this game?
Mm-hmm. You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Oh, okay, but like, can I have you? I don't want the goth kids. I want Crimson and all of her leather and spikes.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do. in there.
Mustache?
Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you.
She's not a vampire.
Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Ach so, ein Vampir.
I'm vampire.
Thinking we are all getting
Getting
lucky.
lucky. Oh, I'm not French.
My neck throbs with anticipation.
I mean, at least it's just your neck. What is happening? Hi, Alfie. I didn't realize this was gonna be so sexed up.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Thanks, Crimson.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Am I wearing a lot of leather? I think I just have a vest on. I don't think it's any. I'm a cowboy. I'm a cowboy, baby. I didn't see her tattoo. Did you put it in the server? I don't always look in the channels. I'll be so for real. I'm assuming the lore is that it wouldn't turn them into vampires. There's probably a special way of turning someone. Maybe it's like in Omegaverse, when you mark someone, like you can bite someone without marking someone, but marking someone is special. So it's like Vampire Omegaverse. Oh, you may have, but I don't accept message requests on Discord. So like you have to be like on my friends list, and I don't accept people. Vampire, yeah. Well, it's just I have to be like limited with it, because I've had interactions in the past where people DM'd me messed up stuff, and then I was like, okay, it's time to lock all my DMs.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Sam's a bottom. Sam's a bottom. In the Vampire Omegaverse, we are the Omega. We are the one getting marked.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document.
The document? Are we doing like a BDSM contract? My grandmother just texted me. Okay. I'm in a group chat with my grandmother and my aunt because we're doing dinner this weekend, which is why Saturday's stream has TBD on it, because I don't know when we're having dinner yet. It'll probably be, the stream will be after dinner. So they're texting right now. I'm not telling anybody. She barely understands what I do. I've tried to explain it to her. She kind of understands. She knows what streaming is. But that's about it. She barely understands the internet. Anyway.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into bites.
Self-explanatory.
Oh, your teeth look perfect.
I'm suddenly so uncomfortable.
That's the plan. Who's going first?
The way that last time I visited, I mean, it wasn't apple pie, it was like an apple crumble, but Burpee, hello, happy Wednesday.
Oh, me.
No, I don't care about you.
Well, step right on up. Remember, Sammy boy, just stick the tips of them fangs into the blue veins and we'll all have a nice time.
Oh! Wait. I can skip. Are those your lips? This is a really uncomfortable angle.
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
Did I do that right?
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
She's got like a big collar. I feel like that. How do I like? I don't.
Oh, Reinhardt, the hot old vampire wore me out.
Me too, Maxie. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
What? A mail server?
Reinhardt, mein Zuckerfledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
Google Translate. Mein Zuckerfledermaus. Ich bin so, I don't know how to pronounce that. Sexy zu sein. My sugar bat, I'm too tired to be sexy.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, Cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
The pegging?
Oh, right, that thing. Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
I guess I did.
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Storage center? Please, you can use my guest coffin.
Guest
I
coffin?
insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang.
It's
This
got a
is mighty plush.
TV!
Guess it's one of them smart coffins. Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. Not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
I don't know what movie this is.
Well, ain't much else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
Good night, Sam. Oh, there's
Samuel, good evening. I hope you
what?
slept
Oh,
well.
did I write my new journal entry? Sorry, that was a real gross cough of mine. Whew, what a day! I made it to Andy's club in Leipzig. Folks are real nice here. A couple of goths were real friendly. They've got a darn tootin' bartender and even a friendly greeter. He don't talk too much, but I can tell he's an introspective sort. Now, Andy, that's one hell of a vampire. He's just got this presence. You can tell he's 3,000, and that is freaky as heck. But he makes you feel at home. Butt naked. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, and I went to a kink room. Yeah, Sam Wall's kink room. My big brother would have gotten a kick out of that one. I ain't gonna write about it here. I should get some sleep in this fancy coffin, Andy. Let me anyway. Nosferatu, that makes sense.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
I would like to steal the hot bartender.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Because you sent me to a kink room.
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to
I
live.
don't share. That's an important thing to know. I don't share.
When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
Oh, sleepy.
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No.
I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is. When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
I mean, I guess... I don't think that's a control fallacy to want to help people. I guess if you thought, like, if you had like a savior complex and thought that you could save everybody, but just wanting to help.
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
I mean, if you go into this as a profession, I think you should be able to assume that you can help someone, or else what are you doing? Maybe not perfectly all the time.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something. Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that...
Yeah.
But I am eager to learn how you developed this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first V-mailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? That's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no-account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch. Dumbest thing. Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a...
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you
We're
are
all
labeling
doing the
yourself?
best we can with what we've got in any given moment, even if that means murdering women and children.
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself. So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang. I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it. They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died
Yes,
when I
sir.
did, because their like just don't exist no more. Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think.
I do enjoy a good walk. I think walks are really good for clearing the mind.
I walked in nature for about 90 years.
90
and
years.
just took in all the grace and beauty of my country. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
Should have been. We got ourselves a should statement, ladies and fellas. That's what I was saying, BotCon. I think it's only a problem if you are holding judgment against yourself, if you're holding shame, if you're letting it like dictate your life or control you. But I don't think there's anything wrong with recognizing an aspect of who you once were or something that you did. I guess the problem they're trying to highlight, and again, this is a very absurdist way because they're talking about vampires. But instead of like labeling yourself as a murderer versus I murdered people in the past, but I'm a better person now. It's just very extreme because it's in a vampire lens. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with accepting parts of who you once were, as long as it's not through like a shameful lens. I'm trying to think of an example. Give me a moment. Oh. It's hard for me not to say that I'm like clearly I have my faults, but like I don't think I've done a lot of like really majorly big things in my life. I can't think of a real world example right now. I guess, okay, so say you're in a relationship and you cheated on your partner. We all know that's really bad. I guess, no, I'm talking about bad big things, not, because I'm trying to come up with an example here. And say you're talking about yourself and you say, oh, I was a cheater. I guess what they're getting at is don't label yourself in that way. Don't make that part of your identity. You cheated, you made a mistake, but that's not who you are as an individual. That's not part of your identity. Is kind of what it's getting at. Saying I am versus I did holds different weight in how you perceive yourself, I guess. I mean, definitely. When I do positive affirmations and stuff, I'm very big on, like, I am this, because I think it's more powerful. So I guess it's kind of the opposite, where you don't want to claim it in that way. I don't know. This is a vampire game.
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others?
Should!
Seems
He
pretty
keeps
obvious
should
to me.
statementing.
I could have done a lot of good in that time.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an
Ooh,
extrinsic.
extrinsic. We got our external motivators.
Should statement.
Yeah, here we go.
Mere cognitive distortion. Something created by your own mind.
Should is one of those
Nature
words
asks
that
almost nothing of you.
I'll always pinpoint. Should. Why. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates.
I mean,
undue
I'm just
pressure.
rambling. Cause I don't know. Like, again, I think there's nuance in a lot of things. Not everything's clear cut. Cause again, I mean, you've heard me questioning some of this stuff. I'm like, is that really, like, because again, when we look at cognitive distortions, it's unhelpful, it's unhealthy, it is something that contributes to, you know, maladaptive behaviors. And so, yeah, I'm talking in circles right now. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm still hung up on the labeling thing because I'm like on the fence with some of it. Like, if he's saying he was a murderer in the past, to me that's just objective fact. But again, that's a very extreme example. So I don't know. Ramen night. Enjoy your ramen.
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate.
Oh,
As you
I'm being
know,
called out
what the
again.
type
I'm being
procrastinate.
called out. You know, I do this a lot in my VTubing. I'm like, oh, I should be streaming more. Oh, I should be releasing on a schedule. Oh, I should. Which turns into a cycle of shame. Because then I feel like I'm not living up to, like, some kind of preconceived potential that doesn't even need to, like, I'm the only person who's dictating my life. I'm the only person with these expectations. So why am I beating myself up so terribly over something that is made up? Oh, I'm so bad at this one. Which is funny because at the same time I just said that I will pick on clients for saying should. That's why I said at the beginning, I need my own therapy. I beat myself up over content creation all the time because I feel like I don't do enough, and my growth has significantly stagnated over the past 3 years because of it.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find
Part of why I'm
fulfilling?
doing this month of streaming, my lovely April-thon, as the name I came up with, because I just kind of want to get back into habits. I want to remove kind of the shame and procrastination and just challenge myself to a month of streaming, and then see where I'm at the end of it, see how I feel. And maybe I'll go back to a schedule, maybe I won't, maybe I'll still continue to do my stream whenever, whatever. But I think it'll be a fun challenge to see just what I do. Also, I'm coughing a lot less. I don't know if you've noticed. Like, I'm clearing my throat sometimes, but I'm not having as much of the wheezy coughiness. So I'm really hoping I can record singing again, because I've had like 3 song covers in limbo for a while now, 2 of which have completed artwork. The 3rd one is still really early in production, but I really want to get song covers released more frequently. Probably won't happen until late summer. Like these 3 that I'm working on now, and I'm going to finish them and release them whenever they're done. But then, you know, I'm going to LA this summer, so a lot of my savings and stuff are going to that trip. But once that trip is over, I really want to try to release song covers like every other month or something, like as frequently as I can. Which, okay, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but like I was just talking about the shoulds and feeling guilty in streaming and ASMR and stuff. But that's why I think it's so important for me to do music, because music is not something I feel pressured to do. It's not something I feel like I have to do. If anything, it does terrible for my channel. I am not a music VTuber. I'm not like the craziest, like a talented singer. I'm pretty mediocre. It like doesn't bring in views. It's pure passion. And doing that, I think, is really healthy for my brain. Something that I do just because I really, really love it. I really love idols. I really love singing. I really like making and putting together covers. Which isn't to say I don't like doing ASMR. I just think over the years, ASMR has become less of a passion and more of an obligation. Where I feel like I have to do it because that's what's expected of me, because that's what used to bring in views and subscribers and numbers and all of the things that made me feel like chained down. And so I still like it, but I feel like I don't want to hold myself to these crazy expectations anymore. Which is why I kind of just release whenever I feel like it. With the exception of Monster Girl Month, I still show out for that. But that's because, again, like, that's a really big passion project of mine. I love Monster Girl Month. Every year, I try to do something bigger. So, like, 2 years ago, I did the big, I think it was 8 girl collab that I completely scripted, drew thumbnails, animated, all the things, edited. And then last year was the 10 girl relay, which I guess was less work than the year before, but more content. And this year I have an idea that I really want to do, and it's really ambitious. But if I can pull it off, it'll be really cool. It'll be even bigger than both of the past 2 years combined. Sorry, that was a really random tangent about the direction of content and stuff, but I'm kind of just doing what I wanna, doing what makes me happy, which is what anybody should do.
There's some things we really should do.
Of course, there are things we must do, but nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest.
I should
Let me give you an
pay my
exercise.
taxes.
Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement.
Okay, so now we're getting into nuance. That not every sentence that uses the word should is bad. Again, I think it comes down to shame. If you are projecting shame onto yourself. But bye, Brightstar. Thank you for stopping by.
I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement.
Yep.
You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased.
We're getting into the
Your
nuance.
time in nature was clearly well spent.
Well, thanks, I suppose.
It is
But if you don't mind my saying
April.
so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
I'm getting cocked. I want to treat her right. I could treat her so much better than you.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Please, please, please,
Oh,
please,
hold on.
please,
I've only been in
please.
Europe for a couple
No,
of days.
Sam,
I ain't
Sam,
gonna go after my
Sam,
teacher's
Sam,
girlfriend.
you're ruining this for us. Sam, you're throwing right now. You're inting.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive...
Disqualifying the positive. Disqualifying the positive.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the woods. I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either. I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
No, you're constantly punishing yourself for your sins.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion. What psychologists call disqualifying.
I won't quit my job yet.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality, with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds. I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive. Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff.
Nuance. Just because someone's done bad doesn't mean they can't do good.
Well done, Sam.
This reminds me. I feel like I can't tell the story on stream, but this just reminds me of a conversation I had as a child. I was pretty young. I was maybe 12. I won't give a specific person I was talking about, but it was a historical figure that did a lot of bad stuff, and I was like, I'm sure even insert individual was right sometimes. Because the point I was getting across, I was talking to my mom and sister, was that everybody has good qualities. It's just a matter of, you know, like, do they utilize them? Like, what do they do with their life? So I was like, I'm sure even this person was right sometimes. And they teased me for years, basically saying that I thought that this person was right. And I was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. They were a horrible person who did horrible things. I'm just saying that at some point in their life, they probably had good qualities. They just weren't using. And so I think about that all the time whenever stuff like this comes up, because it stuck with me forever. It stuck with me forever, and I can't say who it was. I'm sure maybe you can probably figure it out based on like really horrible historical figures. But I can't say it because that clipped out of context would get me canceled on Twitter so fast. Oh my lord. Because it's definitely not what I meant.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can sense your instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready.
True.
But
you can't wait until you're ready. You just gotta do.
Practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
No. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
I think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get the liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
Can I drink from your girlfriend?
How much is a liter?
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to
What's a kilometer?
Or tired. Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson.
Stop! No! I hate
this
this game. I want her so bad. I want her so bad. It makes me look stupid.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
Let me.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
I'm in the cuck chair. I'm not even getting cucked because She's his
Ah,
girlfriend.
Samuel, glad to see you are awake. Your first client is on his way.
What do you say in your journal? I learned some more therapy stuff today. Figure I've been doing a lot of this disqualifying the positive thing. I feel like I've got to be humble after the shit I pulled back when I was a bastard. But maybe that's just the shame talking. Andy says I'm ready to start seeing clients now that I've got my head wrapped around this whole cognitive distortion thing. Can't believe it's all happening so fast. Went for a nice walk exploring. I don't know how to say that. There's a music school here and the kids are always performing stuff. I tried asking for Oh Susanna, but kids today don't appreciate good music. Dang kids with their CD-ROM music. The wax cylinder was fine. Okay. My first client.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
Oh, I'm getting I'm being transported back to when I started my first counseling job, and I had so many like anxiety attacks because I was like, these are people's lives that I am now like I'm now like I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but like I'm playing with people's lives, and it stressed me out really, really badly. Especially like I feel like in my first job I didn't have a lot of supervision. I talked about this before, where like I would have weekly supervision where we would talk about clients and things, but like she was supposed to be observing one session of mine a week. Bye-bye, Gimbal! Oh, thank you for the biddies! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good night. She was supposed to be observing my sessions and, like, giving me feedback and stuff, and she never did that. She was writing in my supervision notes that she was, but she wasn't. And that would stress me out even more because whenever I would talk about my anxiety over not doing a good enough job, she would be like, you're doing great, you know, we need to work on your confidence, blah, 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 blah. And then that would just stress me out more because I was like, how do you know I'm doing great? I could be the worst counselor ever. I could be horrible. And it really stressed me out. And so when I left, that was one of the things I wrote in my resignation letter, which was funny because then HR called everybody in the office asking them if they ever got observations, which they didn't. But then at my current job, that was very different. Like my supervisor was like she sat in on some sessions, she sat in on groups. She was really, really supportive and really helpful, and also she was so kind in the sense of like she really. I mean, I always say she gasses me up. She would, you know, compliment me a lot. And that's when I really started to feel confidence. After like over a year of working in counseling, I didn't start having confidence until I had a supervisor who actually supervised me. And then I was like, okay, maybe I am doing a good job because I know she's not just bullshitting me. So I've really grown into my counseling confidence. But I think it's also really normal in any job, but especially this kind of job, to be really unconfident in the beginning. And it's really like fake till you make it. I still get really mixed up about it sometimes, depending on the situation, especially like really intense. So like I recently had a client in active psychosis, and I still struggle with that sometimes and how to navigate that, and I still don't feel fully qualified. We ended up having to transfer her, but I don't know. This was just a very long way of saying I relate to this statement, but I feel like I've gotten so much more confident in the past like 4 months since I've been working at the rehab.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is quite a gift. All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Well,
Comes
to a
with
limited
time.
extent,
It comes
I
with
can see the
time.
future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
You can see the future.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
Oh, is it frozen? Oh, I'm supposed to pick one of these. Oh, because you're disqualifying the positive.
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive,
Huh?
that's gotta be a distortion.
I was like, why isn't it letting me
Disqualifying the
click?
Positive. It's gotta be.
You barely require my aid as it is. If you need guidance, I will provide it to you telepathically. Don't think about it too much. When you are 3000, such things will cease to impress you. Let us look at your first client's case file.
Let me see.
Dr. Drain, huh? You ain't got
430.
no first name?
Male, English. Dr. Drain is a class of 1614 graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. Became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed, you catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
Alrighty. I'm ready.
Samuel.
I'm ready,
I
I'm
know
ready,
you
I'm
can
ready.
handle
Put
this.
me
Be
in.
yourself, and all will be well.
Satan bless it
Oh.
all, I hate flying.
Okay, hi. Hello to you two.
Hey there. God's blood, what on
God's
earth are you?
blood. What on earth are you? I'm a cowboy.
My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drain. And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
You're British. What room do you have to speak on taking over the world?
Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
Oh, whoa.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee. Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella?
You gotta build rapport. Sometimes, if someone's a bit closed off, you don't start with the actual therapy work, you start with rapport building.
Are you alright, Samuel?
Why are you like a hologram?
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Listen, sometimes the tough ones are the best ones to start with. At my current job, my very first client was a stressful one. I was actually just thinking about her today because I was doing my training on de-escalation, and she would constantly get very emotionally elevated, like very low distress tolerance. And I remember after my first interaction with her, I cried in my supervisor's office afterwards. So I was like, I can't do this. How am I gonna do this? Blah, 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 blah. And then by the time she left, I think I was really good at handling emotional outbursts. Like, I remember she stormed into my office, she threw a pen at the wall, she stormed out, and I was chill, and I handled it well. And then I remember the next time I had a client that was really, like, emotionally volatile, I handled it super well. Like, in fact, I remember in my next supervision talking about that specific client because I was like, look at me, from my first time crying in your office to now I handled this like a boss. It depends. Because I work in rehab, I think that's a very specific population that does struggle a lot with trust and opening up. And, you know, especially a lot of people who come in with like legal involvement, that can create a barrier to building that initial rapport, or like people not necessarily being ready or wanting the help. So it definitely depends, but I do think in my particular populations, it is more common for people to be a bit reluctant.
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Which, again, like, the growth that I've had in the past year and a half, because when I started, I was unsure if I could work in this population, just because I was not very familiar with the drug world. But I adapted. And again, not to make generalizations too much, it's just there are definitely commonalities amongst like addictive thinking and behavior that I wasn't used to and had to learn about. Because honestly, in like all of my schooling and stuff, it never really focused too heavily on addiction, or at least not substance use disorders.
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours. What does this poor vampire want?
I don't know, we might want to leave. He could want any of these things.
I think he doesn't want therapy.
He is here, isn't he? That alone is a significant step. Did you commit every drop of your blood?
I do
to a
agree
new
that
way
that's
of
a very
thinking when you
significant
started
step.
your own journey, Samuel.
I guess not. Just seems awful funny to come all the way out here and act as if he doesn't want any help.
It's not that he doesn't want help.
He's just getting comfortable, I expect. Or at least his version of comfortable.
I mean, maybe just to vent. I just don't like the word complain, which is why I didn't pick it.
I think he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what? I just let him complain?
Of course. Just give him a starting point.
Complain
Let
to
it all
me,
out. It will make him feel better.
Sometimes sounds like a judgment word, but I guess it's not. It's really no different than saying wanting to vent.
Well, if you say
Sometimes
so.
the best thing you can do is just listen.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
Well, are you just going to sit there? I was just gonna ask how your trip here was. My trip? My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat.
What the heck is a
bat and I hate
kilometer?
flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey. I'm surprised
That must
he
be
was even
hard.
interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform. All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal? Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine.
For the sake of conversational integrity, fine. What a mood. How many times have you said you're fine because you're not actually fine, but you just couldn't get into it because they would never understand? And also because it would make conversation awkward.
I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
I already forget. Oh, wait. Yeah, never mind. His horse that you have addiction.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing,
Not
isn't it?
embarrassing at all. Again, your shame statements.
What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him.
You are feeling shame.
Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime.
What?
Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead.
Your favorite president? I don't know anything about presidents.
So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away.
Well, it's not that simple.
Tips? Let me think.
There are no easy solutions.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you. But I'm here to listen.
We gotta find the root. We gotta find, addiction and other maladaptive behaviors. They're all meeting a need. What need is being met? And then if we can identify that, then we can come up with alternative means of meeting the need.
You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T. And I know how you English love your tea. Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone.
Oh, my stomach really hurts all of a sudden. I might be sick.
I appreciate the
I want to
concern,
get
though.
through the first therapy session, though.
I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing.
What?
I tell you what, let's not worry about being above
Yeah.
or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do. What exactly are you addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goal. You're losing me. Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive.
So many words.
Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do. I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us, and hope for all humanity. Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to. Pathetic, isn't it?
It's not
I have spent
pathetic.
400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a
I was
fireplace.
like, when...
Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings.
Don't need to put yourself down to uplift him.
Maybe you've had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right. Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
I was gonna
Samuel,
say,
listen to him. Do you
there's
recognize his
disqualifying the
patterns of thought?
positive, there's Nosferatu thinking, or control fallacy
There's some
even.
distortions in there, ain't there?
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
I'll do my best. Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure, but it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all.
No.
Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes. I don't know many people who would call working with leukocytes dabbling. I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set. Perhaps. But if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little. But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years. You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this. Well, who said you should have achieved more?
Yeah, no guarantee.
Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work. And what happens if you don't?
This is giving me a reality check. I wasn't expecting myself to get therapized here, but I think at the start of my April-a-thon, this is actually exactly what I needed right now as a reminder. Because this is the exact crisis I was going through, where I was like, I've been a VTuber for 5.5 years. Why do I not have more to show for myself? But that's bogus, because I've released like 5 song covers. I did a 3D birthday karaoke concert. I'm releasing an original song. I have videos with over 100,000 views, and even if I didn't have any of that, like, there's still so much that I have done instead of focusing on what I haven't done. Oh, my brain. Yeah.
Absolutely nothing at all.
I'm
What is your
gonna
point?
throw up. My tummy.
That is not as encouraging as you think it is.
I'm trying not to throw up.
Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality.
Oh, support maid. Hi. Hello.
Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death. So it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood.
I'm gonna stop after this therapy session.
It can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience. Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I'm a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding. And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding? No, of course not. I'm not a wizard. So how about not putting saving the world on one person? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
Labeling!
Now, why would you go and label yourself irrelevant? What else do you call a man who has nothing to show after 400
You don't
years?
have nothing to show. You got so much to
I
show.
reckon I'd call him by his given name.
SMH.
Slapping a label on yourself don't do nothing but weigh you down. Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point, but I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
No, you didn't. Again, I would be talking about, again, this is goes beyond the scope of this game, but if I was talking to him, we'd be talking about, you know, like I said, like needs and stuff.
That ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
Like what benefits do you get out of using your plasma?
Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are. But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug.
Understandable.
Well, so what's so good about this stuff anyway?
Yeah. This is what I would be asking.
I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive. Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man. I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else. Someone who lives. And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed.
Aha! Aha! Self-medication.
You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night? Oh, nothing of the sort.
Oh, what? Like people don't do that?
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself. Oh, wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do.
Not taking care of himself. So he's using the plasma as a supplement.
So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep. Come on now, it's a big world out there, and different things are depressing to different people.
You gotta sleep. Gotta take care of yourself.
Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you
He's
call
taking
them, might even be a
vampire
different degree of
stimulants.
depressed? Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole.
To function.
Mild is putting it mildly, Buckaroo. Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
I don't know. Yeah? Oh, I guess whiner, that's labeling.
Now why'd you say coming and talking to me makes you a whiner? Is that not what I currently am? Sounds
Nah,
to me like
you're just
expressing
talking.
yourself.
Yeah.
Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label. Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer. Moaning,
You're
whinging,
communicating.
bellyaching, still all just labels. I don't believe I shall be using the term bellyaching in any case. But as I was saying, in the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
Are you doing it again?
You honestly think feeling good makes you an ignoramus? The phrase ignorance is bliss is most apt, don't you? But by calling yourself an ignoramus, you're making bliss something to be
Maybe I was
avoided.
wrong.
Yes, unfortunate how that works, isn't it? The only way to be happy is by
Oh,
being
my
a fool.
stomach. Oh.
Partner, those are your labels. Try using something more positive and see how you feel.
I need to get through this.
What? Shall I say that by being ignorant, I am a noble genius? Still just labels. Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo.
Hydrate.
You really
No,
don't like letting
no,
yourself
nothing's
be happy.
going in. Nothing. Nope.
Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need, and it makes you feel good. What's
That's
the problem?
terrible advice, Sam. That's terrible advice. That's really bad.
First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have
Who
downsides.
cares? Who cares if drugs make you feel good? What's so bad?
What kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell of blood and sex.
Oh.
Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful. I guess you must be having some kind of good time.
Sam, that's not helpful.
That is not my idea of a good time. I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster. I don't go gallivanting into
That was a
godforsaken
label, by the
places
way,
to
and it didn't
engage
give
in
me the
depraved
option.
coitus and the consumption of dirty blood. It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things.
Sam, this isn't. I don't.
Well, I should be better at it. You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you. You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself. Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts? I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years.
6 minutes of therapy?
It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas. Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it. Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again. And be good to yourself, all right, partner?
This feels like it's
Don't
wrapping
feel
up.
like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff. Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all. Is that actually gonna happen, though?
What? I don't. If he wants to stop, then we should be helping him stop.
It might. You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it. All right, partner. Just give yourself a little
I
compassion.
mean, yeah,
That's all I'm asking.
yeah. Like we don't want shame associated with having slip ups and struggling. But the message here is making me squint a little.
I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind. You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I. Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well. I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect. I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then.
4 weeks. You're a monthly client. I feel like if you're in active addiction, I need to see you more often.
That doesn't make me any less pleased.
I had a flawless client session. Does that mean I got everything right? Guys, I don't have to quit my job. I can still go to work tomorrow.
Well, that was a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip. It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling, but also rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin.
No. I just keep making jokes that if I
think they will be an
don't do well at
interesting
this
challenge.
game, I need to quit my job. I'm seeing 1 client a week. You know what? I guess I am new.
I bid you good evening, Samuel.
You too, Andy. Well, I guess it's time I got me some grub.
Can I drink from the pretty lady?
Well, that's it, I guess. My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy stuff already.
He doesn't even need a degree or a licensure.
Sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Crimson.
Yeah, Crimson.
Well, if it isn't Yosemite Sam,
Crimson.
how you doing tonight, partner?
Better already, hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more, polished than I do.
You should hear my German.
Maybe some other time. My brain's full tonight. I had my first therapy
Let
session with a
me
real client.
drink.
Oh, yeah? How do you think it went?
It was fine, I guess. Unimportant. It was great. Why
I
not?
reckon it was a bullseye on my end.
Apparently, I got everything right, so.
You should have seen me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their problems.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that.
Stop
gorgeous
calling
man to see
him
the light.
gorgeous. I'm
Keep it
getting
up, cowboy.
jealous.
You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am?
35. Oh, I literally said 35. 35?
Mid-30s, maybe?
Shot me right in the heart, cowboy.
Dang, what I meant to say was,
I'm just messing with you. I'm 50 years
Oh! Guys. She's even more perfect. Hag love. I need her. I need her so bad it's not even funny. She is exactly my type. I need her now.
50. I died around that age and I look like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too, just not enough to turn me into one of you.
Freaky.
I've been 30 for a good while now.
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty
I'm
after
so
a big night.
thirsty.
Andy told me to give this to you.
I'm so thirsty.
Oh yeah, what is it?
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood. Andy can't stand the stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high, but he thought you'd appreciate
Americans, our
Oh, it ain't
diets,
so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
dust and dirt.
To me, it tastes like life
I
itself, cowboy.
don't care.
I ain't sure I understand.
I bet my blood would be better.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
My juice.
Oh, of course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
There he
Checkpoint
is, my
saved.
incredible
We're
protege.
done. All right, my tummy hurt, so we're gonna wrap up. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to be streaming every day in the month of April. So my schedule is looking like this. Tomorrow we will be doing some ASMR, probably something short and sweet, as I like to do on Thursdays. Followed by more vampires on Friday and Saturday. We will be playing Vampire the Masquerade. I'd like to make a lot of progress in that game. Most of my streams will be starting around 7 p.m. Eastern time. Saturday, like I said, it's to be determined because I'm going to be having dinner with my grandmother and my aunt, and I don't know when I'll be home. Maybe like 7:30. But I just didn't want to put a time in case I'm late getting back. So I'll let you guys know when I know. But I think that's about it for announcement stuff. It's always fun yapping about work. Yeah, I don't really have any more thoughts. My brain is empty. I need to take a shower. And I need to go to bed because I have work tomorrow and it's going to be a really busy day. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It was fun. I'm excited for all the shenanigans we're going to get into this month. I have a couple of things planned. I've got a really big project that is going to be releasing in hopefully less than 2 weeks. Hopefully. I'm very excited for you guys to see it. I'm very, very excited. I'm hoping to get a lot of recording done for song projects and all the things. So. With that, I shall leave you, and I will see you tomorrow for ASMR. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I will see you around. Remember to be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, and yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Head pat. Hang on. I'll sneak in a quick head pat. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. BotCon always with the mysterious, suspicious link. Bye-bye.